So often we want to write something really big and grandiose, and that means it needs to be complicated. That takes a really big amount of work that maybe you just don't got time for. So, how are we going to take simple yet great ideas and make them sound a little bit more full or complex? Well, a great place to start with that is with delay. So our focus here today is to figure out ways that we can write for delay and make delay write for us a little bit. So here's what we're starting with, just a very basic almost like goth rock kind of sounding thing, I don't know. And we want to make it just sound a little bit more full. It's a little basic. Those drums are doing a ton of work for us, but let's take a peek here at this retro piano, not a tone matrix in disguise. And we got a pretty good sound on it. But check this out. I got two delays set up here. Pulsar delay, that's going to send everything in stereo, and then our regular old D1 delay. Let's see what happens. This is just these delays out the box. I haven't changed any of the settings on them when I just start running it through. First with our basic delay. So we almost have a gallop feel now. Now this can be explained because we are running with 3 steps. Well, we're going just with 8th notes, a rest, and that's the whole entire pattern. That's how the whole thing moves. Now that we have every 3/16 notes, a new note being introduced, 1, 2, 3, you'll hear that first note, and then right before that second note, we're getting it again. And we can make it last way longer by cranking up the feedback. And I really like how that sounds like a lot. That actually might be the move right there. But let's go ahead and see what happens if we start moving it around stereo-wise. And just make it sound like it's got a lot of notes happening all at once. Certainly sounds busier. The nice thing about the pulsar delay is we can actually EQ it right on the pedal itself. Even give it a little bit LFO, a little bit of warble on the bounces there. We can mess around with all of our time. That sounds like an almost completely different patch right there. Here's without any of the delay. Feels good, but it's just steady, right? There we go. Now we've seen how the delay has gone in and affected something that we already had set up. We were able to fool around with it to make it sound a little better. Let's write something for the delay. I'm just hitting those 2 notes and pulling off. I can make that sound like I am doing some crazy 2-hand tap stuff. So let's record just really slow guitar line. Keep it steady like we had there. I don't have to worry about the rhythm being too crazy complicated because I'm going to let a lot of that space get filled in by the delays. So we have our lovely guitar track now. Let's go ahead and loop this. Yeah, there we go. Let's just flood it and delay. with our drums, we're going to go in and we're going to add in a clap once every couple of snares to really just give it a great big sound. So let's go find, yeah, just a real simple clap sound like that. And we're going to just absolutely flood that with our delay. Right there. Let's crank the level all the way up. So with just our drums here. Now that has a cool sound to it. Another thing that we could do is get some delay rolling with our chorus. So let's think about what's happening with our percussion here. Just our drum loop. And then we have the rest of our percussion taking place over here. And those hi-hats, they don't quite blend. So I'm going to take chorus over here, and I'm going to start giving it some delay. So we can go all the way up to 40 milliseconds, which is a really wide delay for a chorus. And we can actually use some really similar settings, our feedback and our delay time. So without spreading it out too crazy much, our speed's all the way down, our spread's all the way down, we're going to start adding in some manual delay through the chorus pedal and just listening for where it really starts to hit that groove. Now it has a flam feel to it, doesn't it? I mean, honest to goodness, add in some bongos and some other percussion, and I'm going to call that done. You'll notice we're not really doing anything with the bass guitar overly delayed and filled up. It would be the same deal as just having constant snare and constant kick and just constant bass hits and everything running over itself. It's the same reason why you typically keep your bass lines monophonic, one note at a time. But for all these extra little high-end pieces like lead guitar and like our little fake piano over here, that's really where we can make stuff crazy busy and it still feels good. I hope that's helpful to you in all the different ways. The delay can really help you cheat your song into having that complex feeling without you having to bat out of your league and be extremely uncomfortable working in an area of composition that's more advanced than you're ready for. Fake it till you make it, right? At least that's what I've been doing.
I hope you were able to get something out of it. I look forward to teaching you something great again next time. Until then, goodbye. Yours, Naswalt.